Donut dreams, a global love affair. Donuts. Just the word brings a smile, soft, sweet, irresistible. They're the perfect treat anytime, anywhere. From the bustling streets of New York to cozy cafes in Paris, donuts have captured hearts and stomachs worldwide. What's the secret to their universal appeal? Let's find out. This guide isn't just about making donuts, it's about unlocking the secrets to the best donuts you've ever tasted. We'll explore the history of these delightful treats, delve into the science behind the perfect texture, and most importantly, guide you through every step of the process. Get ready to embark on a delicious journey. By the end, you'll be a donut aficionado, ready to impress friends and family with your newfound baking prowess. The donut's humble beginnings, a bite of history. Before we dive into the kitchen, let's take a quick trip back in time. The story of the donut is a journey through history, culture, and culinary evolution. It's a tale that's as rich and varied as the flavors and toppings we enjoy today. The donut's origin story is as fascinating as it is delicious. It's a tale that spans continents and centuries, reflecting the ingenuity and creativity of bakers from different eras. From the ancient Greeks and Romans who enjoyed fried dough, to the Middle Ages where sweetened dough was a rare treat, the donut has a long and storied past. While the exact origins are debated, one thing's for sure: donuts have been satisfying sweet cravings for centuries. From simple fried dough to the elaborate confections we enjoy today, donuts have always been a beloved treat. They have evolved from basic recipes to intricate designs, each culture adding its own twist to the humble donut. Some historians believe donuts arrived in America with Dutch settlers in the 19th century, bringing with them their oliekoeks, fried dough treats. These early versions were simple, yet they laid the foundation for what would become a staple in American cuisine. The Dutch settlers' influence on American baking cannot be overstated, as they introduced many other beloved pastries and sweets. These early donuts were often cooked in lard and sometimes filled with apples or other fruits. The use of local ingredients and traditional methods made each batch unique and special. The simplicity of these early recipes allowed for creativity and variation, leading to a wide array of flavors and textures that delighted the palate. The donut as we know it today, with its signature hole, is often credited to a New England sea captain in the mid-1800s. This innovation was a game-changer in the world of pastries. Captain Hanson Gregory's contribution to the donut's evolution is a testament to the inventive spirit of the time. Legend has it that Captain Hanson Gregory, frustrated with soggy donut centers, punched out the middle, creating the iconic ring shape. This simple yet brilliant idea not only solved the problem but also gave us the classic donut shape we all recognize and love today. The hole allowed for more even cooking, ensuring a perfect bite every time. This innovation quickly caught on, and the ring-shaped donut became a staple in bakeries across the country. From its humble beginnings to the present day, the donut has evolved into a versatile and beloved treat, enjoyed by people of all ages around the world. Whether filled, glazed, or topped with sprinkles, the donut continues to bring joy and sweetness to our lives. Today, donuts come in an endless variety of flavors and styles, from classic glaze to gourmet creations with exotic ingredients. The donut's journey from a simple fried dough to a global phenomenon is a testament to its enduring appeal and the creativity of bakers everywhere. Building the perfect donut essential ingredients. The beauty of donuts lies in their simplicity. With just a handful of pantry staples, you can create magic. But don't be fooled by their simple beginnings. Each ingredient plays a crucial role in achieving donut nirvana. Flour forms the foundation of our donut dough. Choose a high-protein flour like bread flour for a chewier texture. Sugar adds sweetness, of course, but it also contributes to browning and helps activate the yeast. Speaking of yeast, this little wonder is the heart of our operation. It's what gives donuts their signature airy texture. Finally, milk and eggs add richness and moisture, resulting in a tender, melt-in-your-mouth donut. The dough whisperer mastering the mix. Now that we've gathered our ingredients, let's get our hands dirty. Making donut dough is a sensory experience. It's about feeling the transformation of simple ingredients into a smooth, elastic dough, ready to be transformed into golden brown delights. Start by activating your yeast in warm milk with a touch of sugar. This creates the perfect environment for the yeast to bloom and work its magic. Next, combine your dry ingredients, flour, sugar, and salt, in a separate bowl. Now the fun part, slowly incorporate the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients, mixing until a shaggy dough forms. Then, knead. Kneading develops the gluten, resulting in a stretchy, resilient dough that will hold its shape beautifully when fried. Patience, dear bakers, patience. This is the moment where your dedication and love for baking truly shine. Proofing your donuts is a step that cannot be rushed. It's a testament to your commitment to creating the perfect treat. This next step is crucial. Proofing is not just a waiting game, it's an art form that requires precision and care. Every minute counts, and every degree of warmth matters. The environment you create for your dough can make or break the final product. Proofing allows the yeast to work its magic, creating air bubbles that result in light and fluffy donuts. These bubbles are the secret to that perfect texture we all crave. The yeast ferments the sugars in the dough, producing carbon dioxide gas that gets trapped in the dough's gluten network. Place your kneaded dough in a lightly greased bowl, cover it with a clean kitchen towel, and let it rest in a warm, draft-free place. The warmth encourages the yeast to activate and grow. A consistent temperature of around 75 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit is ideal for this process. This first rise, or bulk fermentation, usually takes about an hour or two. During this time, the dough will expand and develop flavor. The yeast is busy converting the sugars into alcohol and carbon dioxide, which not only helps the dough rise but also adds depth to the flavor. You'll know it's ready when the dough has doubled in size. This is a sign that the yeast has done its job well. The dough should feel soft and slightly springy to the touch. If you press it gently with your finger, the indentation should slowly fill back in. Punch down the dough gently to release any air bubbles, then roll it out to your desired thickness. This step ensures an even texture throughout your donuts. Be gentle but firm, and make sure to flour your surface to prevent sticking. Now, use your favorite donut cutter or even just a glass and a bottle cap to cut out your donuts. Be creative with your shapes if you like. The classic ring shape is always a hit, but don't be afraid to experiment with different forms. Place them on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper, cover them again, and let them proof for another 30 to 45 minutes. This second proofing is essential for achieving that final rise and perfect texture. The donuts will puff up slightly, becoming airy and light, ready to be fried or baked to golden perfection. The moment of truth has arrived. The anticipation is palpable as we prepare to fry these delicious donuts. There's something magical about the process of frying, transforming simple dough into a golden, crispy delight. Frying might seem intimidating, but with the right technique, it's a breeze. Confidence is key, and with a few simple steps, you'll be frying like a pro in no time. It's all about understanding the basics and practicing them until they become second nature. Remember, hot oil is our friend, but we need to treat it with respect. Always pour the oil carefully and ensure your workspace is safe and organized. A clutter-free area helps prevent accidents and makes the process smoother. Fill a large, heavy-bottomed pot with about 3 inches of oil and heat it to around 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius. The right temperature is crucial for perfect frying. Too hot, and your donuts will burn on the outside while remaining raw inside. Too cool, and they'll absorb too much oil and become greasy. Use a thermometer to ensure the correct temperature. Consistency is key, and a thermometer helps maintain that perfect heat. It's a small investment that pays off in the quality of your fried foods. Carefully lower your donuts into the hot oil, a few at a time, making sure not to overcrowd the pot. Overcrowding can lower the oil temperature and result in soggy donuts. Give them space to float and cook evenly. Fry for about 1 to 2 minutes per side, or until golden brown and cooked through. Watch them closely as they transform into a beautiful golden hue. The sight of them turning golden brown is a visual cue that they're almost ready. Once they're beautifully bronzed, use a slotted spoon to carefully lift them out of the oil and place them on a wire rack lined with paper towels to drain any excess oil. This step ensures they stay crispy and delicious. The wire rack allows air to circulate, preventing them from becoming soggy. Let them cool for a few minutes before enjoying. The wait might be tough, but it's worth it for that perfect bite. Happy frying, and remember, practice makes perfect. The more you fry, the better you'll get at it. So, don't be afraid to experiment and have fun with it. Enjoy your delicious creations and share them with friends and family. There's nothing quite like the joy of homemade fried treats. Warm, freshly fried donuts are a thing of beauty, but let's be honest, the real fun begins with the glaze. This is where you can let your creativity shine. A classic vanilla glaze is always a winner. Simply whisk together powdered sugar, milk, and vanilla extract until smooth and creamy. For a chocolatey twist, add some cocoa powder to the mix. Feeling adventurous? Try a maple glaze, a lemon glaze, or even a sprinkle of cinnamon sugar. Dip your warm donuts into the glaze while it's still wet, allowing it to coat every nook and cranny. For extra indulgence, sprinkle on some sprinkles, chopped nuts, or even a drizzle of melted chocolate. Texture talk. Tips for light and fluffy donuts. The quest for the perfect donut texture is a noble one. We're talking light, airy, and fluffy with a slight chew. The kind of texture that makes you close your eyes and sigh with happiness. Here's the secret. Don't overmix the dough. Overmixing develops too much gluten, resulting in a tough donut. Also, be sure to let your dough rise properly. Proofing allows the yeast to create air bubbles, which are essential for a light texture. Finally, pay attention to the frying temperature. If the oil is too hot, the donuts will brown too quickly on the outside but remain raw inside. If it's not hot enough, the donuts will absorb too much oil and become greasy. Donut dress-up. Serving suggestions. Donuts are delicious any time of day. Enjoy them for breakfast with a cup of coffee, as an afternoon pick-me-up, or as a sweet treat after dinner. For a fun and festive gathering, set up a donut bar. Offer a variety of glazes, sprinkles, and toppings, and let your guests create their own personalized donut masterpieces. Donuts also pair beautifully with ice cream. Create a decadent dessert by sandwiching a scoop of vanilla ice cream between two glazed donuts. The warm donut combined with the cold ice cream is pure bliss. Beyond the basics, exploring flavors and toppings. Don't be afraid to get creative with your donut flavors. The possibilities are endless. Experiment with different extracts, spices, and even liqueurs in your dough. For a taste of fall, try adding pumpkin puree and pumpkin spice to your dough. For a citrusy twist, add some lemon zest and poppy seeds. And for a touch of elegance, try incorporating lavender extract into your glaze. The world of donut toppings is your oyster. Go beyond the classic sprinkles and try chopped nuts, shredded coconut, mini chocolate chips, or even crumbled bacon. The sweet reward homemade donut satisfaction. Congratulations, you've reached the end of our donut making journey. The aroma of freshly fried donuts filling your kitchen, the satisfaction of biting into a warm homemade treat, it's an experience like no other. Making donuts from scratch is a labor of love, but the results are well worth the effort. It's a chance to slow down, get creative in the kitchen, and share something truly special with the people you love. So gather your ingredients, put on your apron, and embark on your own donut making adventure. You might just discover a hidden talent for creating irresistible treats. Happy baking!